So now we're going to work mount bottom. Very important technique from a self-defense standpoint, mostly because if you don't know how to defend this, you won't defend it. And I've seen very good jiu-jitsu people get tapped with this. Actually, even in MMA, I've seen people get tapped with this. And the trick is, we're not trying to fight in jiu-jitsu strength versus strength, right? If Aircon builds a strong enough structure, it can hold up anything. And so that's what we're gonna work on here. So I'm gonna have mount on you, here. And what's gonna happen here is, for whatever reason, maybe to try to get him to quit, to set up a submission, something like this, I'm gonna take my forearm and I'm gonna press it across his neck. I may even have the thumb in the collar. And I'm gonna drive my weight. Now, a lot of instinct, a lot of people will do, is they'll grab the forearm and try to push it up. The problem is if I start putting my weight, eventually, he is not strong enough from this bottom position to hold me off. Even if, as the case here is we're the same weight, it's gonna be hard. Eventually, I'm gonna overwhelm him, okay? You didn't laugh at that, I'm impressed.
No,
okay.
You're not the same weight.
So, when I go for this, he needs to build a strong structure. So on the same side as my elbow, he's gonna take that arm far north, bring it all the way across. He wants to make sure that my elbow is past his armpit, okay? If it's inside, I can still choke. So it's very important that you don't just kind of do a thing here. You reach very far across, and he's reaching for this far shoulder, okay? This hand now is gonna go over, control behind the elbow, and pull it a little bit over if he needs to, and down. So when I go this way and I try to choke him, now, no matter how much weight I put on, there's no submission because, and I can't overpower him. He can stay here all day, right?
Yes.
Because I'm only pushing into his armpit, okay? Here. If you're a little bit late and the elbow's here and you just try to bring your arm straight in, you can't. But if he goes far north, yep. He goes here, here. Okay, so now it's a very strong. People ask, well, what if I try to slide to technical mount? Well, one, his elbow's very tight, so it's very awkward for me to do it. If I stay here too long, too, and I'm really trying to choke him, block the foot, he can take me over with a rupa. Okay, so let's do it from this angle. Okay, so the guy gets on top. Either he might be setting up a submission if he knows jiu-jitsu, or he might just be trying to crush your neck here. He comes over, here. Very strong control. Now, if the guy just sits up and he maybe wants to try to hit you, you start bridging your hips. You can start doing this and we can work our self-defense, punch self-defense here. But this is really important. Notice he's pulling the elbow down, because if he holds like at his wrist, I can maybe pop the elbow, go down. So he's got everything very tight. This is a good technique to test by putting as much weight as you can. Okay. This is, as I said, I've seen a lot of people get forearm choke and they're just trying to push up on the arm. Experienced guys, simply because they don't know this defense. So this is one you really need to have in your back pocket.